Welcome to the Heart of Show Business. I am your host, Alexia Melocchi. I believe in great storytelling and that every successful artist has a deep desire to express something from the heart to create a ripple effect in our society. Hello to all my Heart of Show Business followers. I have here yet another special episode on the speakers and the sponsors of the Modern Day Wife event. Reena Vokun is a CEO of Passion Fit, and Passion Fit is an entire brand about empowering people through fitness, through nutrition, to just keeping, as they say in Latin, mens sana and corpore sana, which is healthy mind and healthy body. She's an entrepreneur. She comes from Silicon Valley. She's a TEDx speaker. She's written a book, which I can't wait to read. And she's going to be sending it to me, and I might be bringing her on a special episode. How did your synergy with Modern Day Wife came about? I know you were a speaker on a panel. So have you been going to the events? Is that how it all happened?
I do monthly health and wellness TV segments for Fox 5 San Diego's The Localist SD. It's a lifestyle TV show here in San Diego. And the host, Ashley Jacobs, recommended me. She said, I feel like you would be a really great fit for the Modern Day Wife and one of their events. And so she connected me to Megan and Megan, and we, hit it off instantly. And obviously Ashley and I hit it off instantly. She's a wonderful host and I love working with her. So I knew I was going to love working with the Modern Day Wife as well.
When you started the business, were you scared of going, oh my gosh, I'm doing this on my own? Will I find the clients? Will I find people who sign up to whatever it is that I'm selling? Did you have an imposter syndrome?
Of course, I absolutely did. It took me 2 years to have the courage to walk away from my amazing job at Google. But I also knew that I had this passion. And another part of my why is my last living grandparent, my grandfather on my mom's side, he passed away in 2014, so 10 years ago. And that was the year that I started Passion Fit. And he had told me when I was young, in my early 20s, I see this passion that you have for health and wellness, and I don't want you to forget it. I want you to try to find a way to do something with this in your life.
That is so wonderful, because I do believe that the why is everything in everything you do, whether it's dating, to going on a diet, to choosing to get fitter, to starting a business. You have to have a very strong why. Is there a go-to for you, whether it's a mantra, whether it's a meditation process? Do you work out? Like, what do you do to get yourself back in alignment with the universe?
I would say the first thing that I do is I start off my day waking up, just honestly being thankful for another day and having gratitude for all that I do have. Because when we come from that place, there is this feeling of abundance, right? Versus a feeling of scarcity, or, oh, nothing is going my way and it's challenge after challenge, roadblock after roadblock. But when we think about the things we do have, whether it's our health or our family and loved ones, our home, the place we live, the work we get to do, pick whatever it is. It could just be one thing, but it will immediately shift your mindset and put you into a place of, again, that gratitude, that grace, and that strength to then go on with your day.
Welcome to my show, Kimberly. You have a company called We Beauty, which is based in Pittsburgh. And Correct. When I read a little bit about you, is I saw that you actually have moved to LA, to be, I guess, a makeup artist and, to work in beauty. And then lo and behold, you go back to your hometown. So tell me a little bit about your business model.
I call it like the grunt work, my spa grunt work, my skincare training grunt work. I did all of that in LA. Then my father actually got sick and I ended up deciding to move back to Pittsburgh to really put roots down, be able to build my dream, because it was a lot more affordable to build it in Pittsburgh versus LA. But I came and I built this community in Pittsburgh. I launched my product in Pittsburgh in my spa. So I'm a Pittsburgh girl through and through. So if it was going to happen for me anywhere, it would definitely happen here. And I'm so excited to be at the point with my beauty line to bring it to places like LA and all over the world.
Like, what are you focusing on the most that you feel like women and maybe also men need the most in terms of beauty and skincare?
I don't think a lot of people realize this, but the majority of the top selling skincare brands in the United States, in the world, aren't founded by clinical skincare professionals. So I developed my line with that with 5 or 10 years of experience working with skin and different skin types and tones and textures and things like that. So it came from a space of, this is what I'm noticing clients need from their skincare. So I take a very, very solid approach to my products. I'm not out here trying to reinvent the wheel. What I'm doing is I'm using ingredients that are tried and true in a highly concentrated way, in a very pure and simply formulated way. That way we're able to deliver results with ingredients that we already know improve the skin.
What is there a specific like life mantra or something that you go to whenever you're having a challenging day, a challenging phase in your life? You know, because being, you know, obviously women entrepreneurs, we all have our share of challenges. So like, what do you do? How do you get yourself out of a funk? And what would you say to somebody to keep going? Like, what would you tell them?
But if I had to think of a mantra, it's, I'm already so much further than I thought I ever would be. So I have to keep going. And you're always further than further than you think you are. And you're also further than probably a version of you ever believed that you could possibly be. So you just have to keep going. And the way I look at things, if I do one thing that will positively impact my business that day or grow my business, it's a success.
And just women boss babes, as I call them, a boss ladies, or just women who rule the world or who could rule the world. And obviously, I have quite a few of them that I'm interviewing on my podcast. One of them is right here with me right now, Jen Sugermeyer from Atta Cosmetics. I know I'm Italian, I'm giving a little oomph. Atta Cosmetic, which I love because she just told me like the whole history of the branding between the name Atta, because then she'll tell you about it. It's a very hashable Instagram kind of ploy to get you to know more about this amazing brand. And so welcome to my show, Jen. So tell me about the birth of your brand, because obviously you're a multifaceted, you're a multi-hyphenate, as we call them. You do everything. You're a speaker, you know, you're an author, you know, you obviously have this beauty line, and you are based in Texas right now. And so tell me a little bit about what brought this about.
Really, this was a way to reach people in a tangible way, to teach the intangible. So I am passionate. My purpose, my mission in life is to help people elevate their experience. And you do that through elevating your mind. And, you know, it's easy for us to put a dollar amount on something tangible, but this idea of happiness, people don't know how to grasp. How much will they pay for their happiness and that. And so as I was going out into the world and I was writing personal development books and I was on stages speaking, I found that there was a big disconnect with people. And so this was almost a backdoor channel to how to reach them. So it's really a wellness brand that I'm going to be building underneath this. And so we have our signature product that we've launched, but ATTA stands for attitude, thoughts, and actions. And those are the 3 things that you control. And if you learn to focus on those, you get in the driver's seat of your life. And yes, it's a great hashtag like Atta Girl. So it is Atta Cosmetics, and that is what it means. It's connecting the tangible and the intangible, but it's all about elevating experiences.
What makes your product stand out from the other one, obviously beyond the messaging that you have, which is freaking awesome, if I may say.
Thank you. If you think jade roller and gua sha meets applicator. So no more brushes, sponges, or fingers. And you actually don't need a jade roller or a gua sha. You can apply all of your liquid products with this one tool. So I'm talking creams and serums and lotions. I'm talking foundation, concealer, contour, any illuminating products, all of that you can do with jade.
What would be your go-to thing that you access whenever you are having a challenging day of sorts, or when because we all get down sometimes, nobody's perfect. So what do you do? Like, do you meditate? Do you read books? Like, what's your go-to, my friend?
So every morning I have to work out. That is a non-negotiable. That is what centers and grounds my day. My whole day is centered around if I've been able to have that, not just the physical movement, but also my prayer time, my connection time, just that time for myself. And so that's a very sacred time. Backing up, I am 6 years sober, and that's where this passion comes from for helping others. And so I had to tap into the power of the mind. And there were 7 words that helped me to get sober. You need to learn to love yourself. And it's the most basic thing. And it gives me goosebumps just saying it, because the thing is, I thought I kind of did, I was kind of confident in some things, but the truth is I didn't. And so what do I need to do every day? I need to get up, I need to work out, and I always need to go back to the fundamental principles that I am my biggest supporter.
We can have rules, we can set boundaries, we can make the right choices if we fundamentally do not love ourselves first, right? Because if you love yourself, you will naturally make the right choices. You will naturally set boundaries. You'll naturally manage your time. You'll naturally take care of your body and do all the things that you need to do, because that comes out of self-love. So people can just go and say, oh, I can just, if I do this, if I do that. But then ultimately we can read all the books in the world. We can do all our Tony Robbins or Joe Dispenza's, like all of those wonderful greats that we listen to, the operas. But ultimately, it starts from self-love. So yes, I have with me Megan May, who is obviously a self-made entrepreneur, as most of these incredible ladies who are sponsors of the Modern Day Wife event at the London Hotel coming up. I want to know a little bit about, what was your why? I mean, you went from modeling, being a successful model in Miami, to wanting to create your swimsuit wear. What brought that about?
Yeah, so really, I would say I modeled for a lot of different brands in Miami, and I was trying on a lot of different suits. And what I really found is it was kind of a gap in the market where I was trying on so many different styles, so many fits, and I just felt like the quality wasn't quite there for a lot of the brands. The quality, it felt like the kind of suits that would almost like fall apart after one wash, and just it just didn't feel quality. And so that was one. The other was the sizing. I felt like one small would fit one way and a different small would be way too large on me. So I felt like I wanted to create something where the sizing was correct. We have American standard sizing. So you know that when you order your size, like that is going to be the right fit because we have American standard sizing. And then we also have Italian fabric from Italy. So we have the quality as well. So that's really the why behind it.
Was it hard to be taken seriously as a woman entrepreneur? Because of course there is a whole myth, well, you used to be a model or an actress or whatever, when we choose to be in front of the camera to transition to being behind the camera sort of and being taken seriously. Were people taking you seriously right away, or was it a little bit of a challenge to sort of say, well, here I am, and this is what I'm doing?
It never really crossed my mind if I was going to be taken seriously or not, because I believe it's what I know that I'm capable of. Kind of the character that I have, like my true character. It sounds funny because it's show business, the character, but my true character is I am relentless. I am resilient. I love to learn. I love to grow, and I really went into this knowing that I wasn't going to be perfect. I went into it knowing that I had a lot to learn, and I have. So I didn't really see it as, oh, what are they going to think of me? Are they going to take me seriously? I'm sure there's many people that would look at me and maybe think, oh, well, she's a blonde, cute model. Like, what would she know about creating swimwear? But I didn't let that faze me whatsoever, because I know that with my hunger for learning, my hunger for growing and learning about swimwear, nothing was going to stop me.
That's amazing. And then I'm sure you have also some kind of a mindset mantra, little.
Oh, yeah.
Which one is your
Yes,
go-to?
I love to go for pretty long walks. And I go for different types of walks. Something I learned about recently was a meditative walk where actually you don't have any music playing. You could if you just want some spa music, but it's long walks, about an hour. I like to walk a few nights a week. And I wouldn't really say, I mean, I like to listen to either a podcast or I listen to an Audible, but if somebody's looking to really zen and zone out, probably just listening to like some meditative music along the way. I like to go for walks is what I'm trying to say, to like relax and chill at the end of the day.
People build the brands. It's the brand doesn't build itself. And I think that for people to get to know the founders behind the brands, it's going to give a little bit of a familiarity as to who you are, because again, we are in a very competitive world where everybody's competing for attention with the social media and everything. And I think people want to feel like a connection to whoever they're buying from. And clearly, a beautiful energy and beautiful aura about yourself. So I'm rooting for you
as well.
Yeah, thank you. I can't wait to
Thank
meet
you.
you. And we will be putting all